Think about a social problem that is really important to you. Something that bothers you when it's not working right. Today, I, Shrishti Bajaj from Jaipuriya Institute of Management, Jaipur, is going to speak on one such social issue, and that is hunger. Do you know 15% of the Indian population every night sleeps hungry? Do you ever think about the millions of people and families that suffer from not being able to have food? You should be very grateful if you have a family to provide food for you, because not every person does. 194 million Indians are undernourished. Recently, out of 117 countries, India ranked at 104 at the Global Hunger Index. Hunger is a term which has three meanings: the uneasy or painful sensation caused by the want of food, craving appetite. Also, the exhausted condition caused by the want of food, the want of scarcity of food in a country, a strong desire or craving. World hunger comes with many global effects. It affects kids the most because they are still growing and developing. We can all stop world hunger if we work together by donating to charities and organizations that work to prevent world hunger. Chronic hunger, such as famine, is as devastating to families, communities, and countries. Chronic hunger claims and affects many victims by famine each year. Women are most likely to be sick and have smaller babies that would die earlier, resulting in high levels of infant mortality. In areas where chronic hunger is a problem, the communities are in a vicious cycle of malnutrition and death. Is hunger same for everyone? The question gets more complicated when we talk about the difference between malnutrition and hunger. Malnutrition is the biggest, broadest term of all. It encompasses any and all kinds of diet-related deficiencies that are suboptimal, including obesity, aka overnutrition. Basic hunger is a form of malnutrition, and while nearly all of us have felt hungry before, it's simply the desire to consume food. That grumble in your tummy doesn't come close to describing the kind of hunger we talk about here. So now let us talk about some little known facts about hunger and malnutrition. Malnutrition is the single largest contributor to disease in the world. Despite incredible advances in the past 2 decades, it remains one of the world's most devastating yet solvable problems. It is entirely preventable. Right now, the world produces enough food for every person on earth to lead a healthy, active life. The problem is unequal access to resources. Proper nutrition is most critical in the first 1,000 days of life. Good nutrition from a mother's pregnancy to a child's second birthday, approximately 1,000 days, is the most crucial window for a kid's physical growth and mental development. Low and middle income countries bear the disproportionate burden of micronutrient deficiencies. In low income countries like Bangladesh, for example, vitamin A deficiency is the leading cause of preventable blindness in children. Malnutrition is expensive. It costs the global economy $3.5 trillion each year in lost productivity, increased healthcare cost, and emergency services. Now, let us talk about some worldwide food shortage facts. The world produces enough food to feed everyone on the planet, yet 16.6% of the world's population is still undernourished. 1 billion people are living in extreme poverty. Out of 8 billion people on the planet, a striking 1 billion are living in extreme poverty. Extreme poverty does more than deprive people of necessary food. It also robs them of safe drinking water, proper sanitation, education, shelter, etc. Small farmers and herders, fishermen, produce about 70% of the global food supply, yet they are especially vulnerable to food insecurity. Poverty and hunger are most acute among rural populations. Conflict is a cause and consequence of hunger. In 2020, conflict was the primary driver of hunger for 99.1 million people in 23 countries. Undernourishment causes 45% of all children's death. Each year, 3.1 million children die from hunger-related causes, which include diarrhea and malnutrition. Every 10 seconds, a child dies because of hunger. More than 99 million children under age 5 are undernourished and underweight. As a result of hunger, children experience poor health, low energy levels, and reductions in mental functioning due to hunger. Rising global food prices will cause 1.5 million more children to be undernourished, making them one of the chief factors contributing to the rise in world hunger. 1/8 and 1/4 are hungry. 2,100 is a healthy amount of calories to consume per day. However, most people who are chronically hungry eat even less than 1,800. And this is true in Asia and India, where 1/8 and 1/4 are undernourished, making them among the countries suffering from world hunger. Looking at today's world hunger facts makes it very clear how much of a major issue global food insecurity really is. There are many causes of world hunger, including the hungry people's lack of resources, extremely unequal income distribution in the world, and conflict within specific countries. As the world's largest hunger fighting organization, the UN World Food Programme provides nourishing food to nearly 100 million people each year, nearly 60% of whom are children. I believe every child is born with the inalienable right to take their first steps, learn their first words, read their first book, and reach to the full potential. So, let us all come together to innovate, create sustainable solutions, and reach out to those who need a hand up, not a handout. Thank you.